You see, when you overborrow, when you overspend, when you don't spend in revenue earning projects, this is what will happen to you. And so all of a sudden, we seem to believe that we were doing so well. We borrowed recklessly, and today we're complaining. You see, businesses, and I know because on some platforms I have seen businesses leaving the country.
That's true.
I mean,
somebody even told me earlier today, that people are even choosing, listen to it, Burkina Faso.
Yes.
Over Ghana.
Yes.
As place of doing business.
Yes. But why wouldn't they choose Burkina Faso?
Under military rule,
Why wouldn't they choose Burkina Faso when you have made the environment so difficult for businesses? Today they move to Ivory Coast. Yeah. They move everywhere. Today the ports are complaining. The volumes are low. But why do you want me to even import? I mean, if I'm going to import and if I'm going to spend all of these things, and it's even difficult to pass it on to the consumer.
They make the point too. And you see, some of these things, when we say it, we are saying that businesses are saying these things. When you talk about the high production cost that's involved now, it says now the beverage industry has been further pressurized through the high increase of public utilities, namely gas, electricity, and water, whereby percentage increase of water is 172 for beverage supply. 172%, 80% for industrial category, and electricity is 65%. Who would survive under these conditions? You tell yourself the story properly. Now, there's another point that needs to be made properly. It says here, there is a table they are provided, and I've shared that table consistently on social media. The various taxes in excess of 50% that manufacturers have to bear on their imported raw materials. Don't get it wrong. Imported raw materials, not the finished products. Even before production, manufacturers are also subject to various regulatory requirements which have huge cost implications on the terms of compliance. Let me list them. People sometimes think that we are creating these things. Taxes on imports. Description. Import duty is 5%. Import VAT, 15%. And we are talking about processing fee is 0. Acquah's levy is 0.5%. Network charge is 0.4%. Network charge is 15%. Network charge COVID-19 health, that's 1%. GH Shippers Authority SNF fee. Then there's import national health insurance levy. There's network charge national health insurance levy. The import national health insurance levy is 2.5. The network charge NHIL is 2.5. There's also IRS tax deposit. That's 1%. Special import levy, 2%. Ghana EXIM levy, that's also what? 0.75%. Get fund, 2.5%. Network charge get fund levy, 2.5%. Inspection levy, that's 1%. AU import levy, 0.2%. COVID-19 health recovery levy, that's 1%. If you total all these percentages, we are looking at 52.8% as taxes on imports in the Republic of Ghana. How are you competitive?
The contradiction in our economy is too much. You know, in April 2019, when government introduced the benchmark revenue reduction, okay, one thing was said. Now, it said that because of the high duties at our port, many people were moving to other countries.
Oh, we knew it then.
We knew it then.
2019.
Oh, we knew it then. So we've now decided
to make us competitive.
And
over time, we tried to make us less competitive.
And also, others were also smuggling goods into this country because the problems were that many of these people felt that it was too difficult. I mean, it was too expensive bringing things into Ghana. So we were reducing it so that we will be competitive. What happened? In no time, we said we're going to reverse it. We knew the right things at the time. We said, look, because of the problems we're going through, we realized that we have to do these things. Today we introduce them. Now that man who has to pay these huge taxes, how on earth do you expect him to be profitable?
And provide jobs.
Do you now understand why there's growing unemployment in this country?
Yeah, because the guy cannot even make ends meet. He's being burdened with taxes. And how do you expect him to now expand and also provide jobs for other people? Government cannot provide jobs, and government has shown over the years you are incompetent at providing sustainable jobs. If our government's plan is to introduce useless stopgap measures from NYEP, and they keep changing the names, right? They keep giving it different.
NYEP to JIDA, to now YEA, you know.
Yeah, then it reaches a point we have less the all the other wrapping words that you can find within that space. We even developed graduate business support scheme because we said unemployment for graduates were completely serious an issue that was threatening our security. If government could do it, it could have provided jobs for the people. Even NAPCO that I introduced a couple of weeks ago, that one is actually up in flames, so you're no longer doing it. The people who are providing sustainable jobs, you want to kill that business too.
Yes.
How is that sensible?
And that's the
you
problem.
can't do it. The people who are doing it, it's not supporting them. You want to kill their business too.
And you see, when you say it, I mean, what saddens me in this country is the partisanship in this country.
Yeah. As if the people that you see, but maybe, I mean, some people, they just follow politicians. They get
because
money.
you see,
because they get money, all of us have to be
we
in the same
have
zoo.
a country to build.
Yeah.
Me, I don't have anywhere to go.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what they don't get.
So when we have a country to build, all of us must come together and build that country. If you make businesses worse off today and they can no longer produce, what happens to the economy? If the economy collapses, all of us will be burdened. And if we are not able to protect the vulnerable in society, over time they look at us and blame us for their woes and will begin to attack us.
And you see, there are security implications, some of these things. If they render them jobless, they actually become a threat to society.
Exactly.
If they become a threat to society, we are all not safe. The president of the Republic of Ghana used to quote very powerful quotes. If a nation, and I'm paraphrasing it, I'm not sure I'm quoting it right. If a nation that cannot protect a nation that cannot protect many that are poor, cannot protect the few that are rich. It's a very true statement. Why are we bent on making more people poor? Why are we bent on reducing the current strength of even the companies that after we should be promoting them, letting them go to other countries and go and expand and get to see? Why I'm saying this is because the people who are in the business say that when you implement these taxes, we are going to be less competitive. I mean, so after next year, then
you see, even there, even before even the implementation of these taxes, today, our lending rates make our businesses uncompetitive when it comes to after.
Yeah.
Check the lending rates in Nigeria. 11, 13%. Check lending rates in Ghana, 40%.
Yeah.
40%.
So
how is that Ghanaian business going to be competitive in
if you borrow 40% to go and do business? When you now break even, okay, let's say you don't collapse within the first 3 years, and you break even, or try to break even, how much of that money are you going to use to pay the loan? How much of that money will be profit for you? How much of that money will be used to recruit more people? And of course, we take taxes on those ones too, so that's aside the point. But how much of the money will be left? How many years do you expect people to? So that's why people are not actually setting up their business. So
they can't.
Because the environment is unfriendly.
So you see, this is what we are doing. And this is the reality. Today, we're killing businesses.
Yeah.
And, you know, most of the time we get back to this whole thing about, okay, so government is looking at ways where it can assist business. And, I mean, have we ever thought about the fact that government can actually run an economy so well that government doesn't have to think of absorbing interest payments or part of interest payments of monies given to businesses by financial institutions? Because if Kenya,
but that's how you promote business.
Yes,
that's how you enable. That's the definition of enabling business.
Because that's
not where. So
no, that's what government should be doing. You run the country well. You stop. You know, today a lot of banks in Ghana don't really do a lot of banking. What they do is investment.
Yeah. If I saw them,
you know,
the DD taught them a good lesson.
Yes.
What they just buy government bonds. Then they will buy treasury bills. Yeah, then they are settled. They don't sleep and come back.
They do not go. I mean, a lot of them don't do a lot of business. They don't go out there, look for money, give it to businesses, so the businesses can also, grow, employ more Ghanaians, and then they raise more money. Or they think about mobilize your money, give it to government, get the interest, pay dividends, declare profits, and that's the end of the day. That's what the banks do here today.
There's a case, we all believe that, sin tax is good and all of that. The case that's being made for spirits and ready-to-drinks, under the spirit category, locally produced spirits and ready-to-drinks, that's low alcohol spirits, mixed drinks with alcohol volume of 5 to 7%, constitute about 85% of the local production, while imported ones make up 15%. Spirits usually have alcohol volumes of above 30%. Now, the proposed 50% excise tax for spirits will render, this according to the AGI, the local production unsustainable. They were supposed to do local production.
Yeah.
So if you put 50% tax on them, you make them unsustainable. And see, considering the price points at which these products are sold and classifying them together with other spirits at 50% excise will significantly impact price, revenue, and in the medium to long term, sustainability of the local drinks. So you are not adding up to more billionaires in this country. The people already in the system to go to collapse their business.
Look,
how sensible is it for you to
let me just do some of these messages. I think our time is even up. It says that, look, no decision under this government is backed by proper data. We can count numerous drawbacks on government policy since 2017. It's quite unfortunate. The current leadership takes advice like water off a duck's back. That's from Prince and Pim Dako. Now, Kwame Dre says if a free society cannot help the many that are poor, it cannot save the few that are rich.
That is the president's quote.
John F. Kennedy.
President has been quoting that. I know that's not originally his own.
Abukari Al-Hassan says from taxation to more taxation instead of taxation to production. And Ni Adotaria Abraham says they will not listen to you guys. All radio stations should join in speaking the truth to leadership. Stop inviting politicians to your morning shows and invite experts in the industry. I don't know, but is that not what we do?
Oh yeah, yes, but I don't
remember the last time. Right?
Yeah, it depends on station you listen. Yeah, I get you. We say all radio stations. I get your point, but you should be listening to the ones that are not.
Listen to the Super Morning Show. Yes, listen to Joy FM. You will hear the politicians.
Now, this point, if I read this one from Abukari Majid, say yes, businessmen will pass it on to the consumer. In effect, the poor will continue to be poor and continue to suffer under this government. And there's one from Michael Rossin. This is called moving from taxation to production. Kofi Fialeto Agbemava says this question should be posted to your NPP MPs. They are the ones who pass the obnoxious taxes to the already suffering businesses. Most of them have NPP MPs, but won't use their influence to put pressure on them to act in the interest and that of the already suffering Ghanaians. If you go to East Legon, Tema, North Industrial Area, where these businessmen reside, they vote for NPP MPs, but won't call them to order or put pressure on them to vote in the interest of the citizens. It comes to a very important point, right?
Yeah.
Like, for example, when I was in Buckingham, the people insisted on their MP telling the Prime Minister that stop this your draconian COVID rules. This is destroying businesses. The MP went up there to oppose his own Prime Minister. Yes, and spoke against the rules that were being introduced. His entire argument is, I'm representing my people. Who's the Ayah who West will go? That's where East Legon is. Who's the Ayah who West will go?
Sayram Al-Hassan. Yes, Deputy Whip.
Oh, I see. I'm sure that she did not vote for this. Oh, she did.
Oh, but they did.
Oh, but I'm not sure. But if she did, well, maybe it's representing the business.
But there was division. You saw how
so the people,
the majority.
So she voted for her. People should be able to hold their people accountable. And I agree with that point. Now, Kofi J says this government has destroyed everything, including breaking the 8. The 8 is as hard as the D. What's the D here? Well, okay. Now, Noel Ansareko said, I think these new taxes are just going to decrease the profits of our businesses. And that's what's being said by Noah. Jojo Addo. Businesses will boom. Taxation is the best way to save an ailing economy. This is an economic masterclass by the revered VIP and Adudi. Unprecedented. The NDC should watch and learn. That's a very interesting.
He's been sarcastic.
Oh no, but this one. See, it's not a small business. See, people have suffered from the economic, financial problems up to this time. So when you compound it, Niwaka says, no way. Even the whole time our port is only 3 vessels. I'm not sure. 3 vessels are the entire port. No, that would be problematic.
Raymond.
Anyway. Well, we need to wrap up, right? But
let me tell you something.
Ask the people to send a message. Let me read this last sentence. Okay, so hold on. Victor Yao Rocky is saying that go to Flagstaff House and ask Akufo-Addo such questions. We are thinking of where to get the next bread and butter. Tea for tanks, that's according to Victor. We are all inside. 4 more for killer taxes. This is Prince Wanzat. And the last one I should be able to share with you is everybody will get his share in this Akufo-Addo regime, from taxation to production. Wow.
Well, folks, tomorrow is Easter Friday.
I wish you well.
I wish you well.
I wish that you still know Christ is the reason for the season.
Enjoy the Easter if you have some funds. If you do not,
if you can go to Kwautu, I mean,
why not? If you cannot, stay home.
Yeah.
Tuesday will just come.
We'll just be here.
Have a lovely
holidays.
weekend.
We can relax.
Yeah, we can relax.
Yeah.
That's if we get to relax. We'll be at work.
In fact, we don't have money. You are relaxing.
See you tomorrow.
Yes.